Hi everyone, welcome to Now You're Cooking with Natural Gas. I'm Jenna, along with Chef Loren here from Milo City Cafe. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what are we cooking today? Because we've got this great Lynx grill.
I'm going to do a mixed grill. A nice dinner.
Yeah, perfect. I'm hungry, so that works.
Cooking on the barbecue, for me, I want to do everything takes about the same amount of time. So I've got these great planks of potatoes that I've blanched a little bit, and they're just going to take some time to brown on the griddle. So I'll oil those a little bit. They'll take a little longer than the meat, and lay those on.
So is that olive oil, or does it matter?
That's a little olive oil.
Okay.
If you like butter or another flavorless oil, that's great.
Right.
So it's just going to help to crisp up the outside. So we'll lay those on.
This is great. I never know what to do first on the grill.
Yeah. The trick with a lot of this is that you want to decide how long each one's going to take and put them on in that order.
Okay, yeah.
So they all come off at the same time.
So planning.
A little planning.
Okay.
In a French kitchen, it'd be called your mise en place.
Oh.
Everything's in its place and ready to go.
It's an educational show.
And so I've got a great Oregon double thick lamb chop. American Kobe beef. This is a cut of meat that's very interesting, and it's new to us. It's called a petite tenderloin or a terrace major. It's cut out of the chuck, but it's very tender, about half the price of a filet mignon beef tenderloin.
Oh.
And so if you get a chance to talk to a butcher, ask for a terrace major. It's a wonderful cut of meat.
Yeah, very popular.
And then from Nikki USA, which is a local meat producer, a sausage made with venison and rabbit and seasoned with a little cranberries and bacon.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
a lot going on in there.
Lots of great flavors. And so I'm going to lay those on.
Okay.
And then the last thing I've got is some asparagus. And so that they balance in cooking time, I'm going to cook them from raw. A lot of times you could blanch them ahead and then just brown them on the griddle.
I was wondering how this was going to work. Okay, great.
So those are going to cook for a little while.
That's
I'm going to
perfect.
cook that to about medium, and away we go.
Okay, and this of course is the Lynx grill that we're cooking on, and we love grilling at our house, and something that's really great about this particular model, and I'm sure this works, it seems like for this recipe, is that there's ceramic briquettes inside.
Yeah.
Tell me how that helps. It kind of evens things out, yeah?
Well, yeah, in a lot of barbecues you have to worry about where the hot spot is,
Right.
and this is even front to back, side to side,
Yeah.
and so you can put your food on where it fits rather than where it's going to cook the best.
Perfect, yeah. And something also very cool about this is that this particular grill has actually been outside in the rain. This grill is about 4 years old, and it's stood up very well, which is great for Oregon weather because, I don't know, I've heard it kind of rains here a little bit occasionally, so good investment. Okay, so we're almost done. It's almost that time, but before we get to that, before we get to the food, just a quick mention, we are outside of the NW Natural Appliance Center here in Southeast Portland, and I love grilling outside, but what do you love? You're the chef.
You know, I like cooking inside at the restaurant for my guests and my friends, but if I'm cooking outside, that means I'm home with family and friends, and there's usually a tasty adult beverage in my hand.
A beverage in your hand, yeah, that's right.
And it's a little more relaxed, so this is great fun.
Absolutely, and of course, it can actually lower the temperature of your home when you do more cooking outside, so your air conditioning doesn't have to work as hard. So a little energy tip there. Okay, wow, this looks fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So I test the doneness. When you put the meat on, you feel how soft it is.
Right.
And then as it goes along, it firms up. And so through time, you realize that little squeeze there maybe compares to this in your arm, and you go, okay, that's about medium rare. And
Right.
so you just remember as you go along. But it gets firmer as it cooks.
And you think most people probably over grill?
I think probably.
Yeah.
Medium rare, medium is nice on a good cut of meat.
Yeah, okay. This looks fantastic. So let's plate it up. I will help.
So this is probably generous for 2 people, but we're going to put it all on one plate.
Yeah,
We'll
but
take
it's
it
a
to the
variety.
table and
You know,
share.
you have to have a good collection for your guests.
Isn't that nice right there?
That's great.
And then a nice double thick lamb chop and that American Kobe beef. Doesn't that look great?
Oh, this looks fantastic. This could actually feed a few people, right?
I think you're right.
Okay, thanks so much for joining us, Lauren. We really appreciate it. And thank you for joining us for Now You're Cooking with Natural Gas. We'll see you next time. For more information on the Lynx grill or for any of the recipes you've seen on Now You're Cooking, go to nwnatural.com.